Hello, everybody. I'm doing this video entry or this video to basically talk about what I would like to see happen for the future of Crystal Connection, the group Crystal Connection on Facebook. The rock mineral community, crystal community, is a very, very complex community, I think. Okay. And I'm not going to sit here and analyze all this stuff and go into the politics or the this, that, and the other of the rock community and the mineral community or whatever. But I do believe that there are a lot of really good, high potential sellers that just need a little exposure. And I was thinking about it and it rolling ideas through my head and through some of my friends' heads and passing ideas around, and we were thinking, how can we help? How can we help small business expand and become bigger? How can we help some of these smaller sellers get more visibility so that they can make more sales, so they can make more money and they can prosper and at least pay their bills, whatever we can do to help. So Crystal Connection wants to be that vehicle. Crystal Connection wants to be that driving force, that group that helps to bring people together, to unify people and bring them together, to connect buyers and sellers, to help lift up, especially the smaller sellers, but the larger sellers too, because it's like I believe that it's truly like it's like a chain. There's like a link in a chain, and everybody's in that chain, right? We're all linked in the chain. So when the smaller sellers do better, the bigger sellers do better. When the bigger sellers do better, so it goes right up the ladder, or it trickles down. But either way, it's an exchange of helping people grow. And I know a lot of you guys do agree that you do support small business. And that's what we want to do. We want to do what we can to help support the small businesses out there in the rock and mineral community. So what we were thinking of doing, actually, we're still in the planning stages, but what we were thinking of doing is having Crystal Connection be somehow the connecting group force for creating some kind of community virtual booths, if you will, virtual live sales or live sales rather on this platform, and using them to so people can and then instead of going to a show in Tucson like the show, the gem show, we want to have like a show online and maybe have like different people featured online, maybe feature one person a week. I mean, we're throwing around a lot of ideas. So my challenge to you is, if you have any questions, any comments, any concerns, and certainly any input, please feel free to reach out to me and or anybody else that you want to reach out to, any of the admins or moderators of the group Crystal Connection, or any of the other share groups that you feel comfortable with. We want to get something rolling here, and we're certainly not in a hurry. We're not pressed to do this, but we feel compelled to help. And what is causing this spark in all of us, really, is the success of the event we just did, which was a fundraising event. We saw that and we thought, now how can we, help? We can do more fundraisers as well. I mean, that's a great thing. That's something we can do in the future, do that. Certainly I can't do them all myself. Fundraisers take up a lot of time and energy, guys. I mean, they're not simple. They're not simple at all by any means to do. So I can't be spending all the time managing and arranging and scheduling fundraisers and sellers and stuff like that. But we can work together. We can come together. And I was thinking perhaps we could create a committee, or we can create a group chat or a planning group of individuals to come together to discuss ideas, to throw around ideas for virtual networking and virtual promoting of your businesses. So this helps everybody. That being said, I think I said pretty much what I wanted to say on this video. I didn't want to go live because I just didn't want comments during the video, but I did want to still make this video because I see some promise in this. So this is something we need to look at in the future. There's something here. There's something that we can do to utilize this platform and to help some people that don't really understand the algorithms and stuff, help them. We can maybe do workshops or teach people or do one-on-ones and or things like that. So I get a lot of people that contact me. I'm just going to put that out there. I mean, about being a seller and being a networker or being a seller and selling their things, and how do you go live and what do you do and how do you do this and how do you do that? Look, the truth is I am not a big seller. I'm a small seller. I just sell very casually and small, and I also sell off the rack, which means not all my sales are online. So I'm a smaller seller. There are a lot of much more knowledgeable, bigger sellers out there than me. So I'm not claiming to know everything. I'm not claiming to have all the answers. And this is why I'm inviting you, if you're watching this, to give input, to give feedback, to let us know. Even if you think this is a bad idea, that we shouldn't even continue with this idea, let us know that. Let me know that. I would love to hear and get feedback from anybody if they're interested. So this is kind of like just like not even the first step. This is just throwing things out there to open up people's minds and make people think, like, how can we help, especially smaller, really small sellers who don't get many viewership, don't get much viewership. How can we help to help them grow so they can do what they need to do? Certainly this business is not cut out for everyone. Certainly everyone's not a salesperson, and sales just, some people think they just can just sell things, or they over collect or whatever, and they think, okay, we're going to just unload everything. I mean, there's a lot more to it. So if you're watching this and you're thinking, well, I want to get into that too, be really cautious of that. And I won't go too much into that. That would be more like of a workshop type thing, or a networking. And I've done trainings with different sellers, some of whom are very big today. Some big sellers that I've worked with. And most of my experience, truthfully, has not come from selling. It's come from watching, from spending I don't know if thousands, but hundreds of hours online watching live feeds, seeing techniques, seeing what works, seeing what doesn't work, seeing what sells, what doesn't sell. And now I'm learning things that you can actually study the algorithms. You can study the algorithms. You can study how to beat the algorithms. If you're not doing the things that you need to do for the algorithms, you're not going to get the viewership. I don't care unless you're a really big seller and you're established, well established, you won't get the numbers. You won't get the people. And look, truthfully, it's not really about numbers. It's about the quality. If you have 6 people that are purchasing, that's better than having 60 people that are just sitting there saying, oh, that's pretty, that's nice, that's nice. There's a lot to selling. Pricing, how you sell, the technique, your method. There's just so many things. And again, I'm not going to go into all that now, because that would be like something we could do on a workshop or a group or something like that. But I invite you, if you have any questions, any concerns, any inquiries, or any advice whatsoever, regardless of what it may be, to contact me and to get in touch with me and see how we can take Crystal Connection and use it as a tool, the group as a tool to help people. How can we help people with Crystal Connection? How can it be a vehicle to help people? I wish that I could make the group public, but unfortunately I cannot. The group is private, and once it's private, it remains private. We can always open another group. That's a possibility. It certainly can be done. Crystal Connection's 10 years old. It's got the years behind it. It's a senior group, I know there are groups that are older than Crystal Connection, but there are most groups are younger than Crystal Connection. So Crystal Connection has that positive thing to it. So again, if anybody has any questions, comments, concerns, or wants to give some advice, unsolicited advice, it will be completely confidential, 100%. If you have any ideas how we can help other people, how we can help sellers grow, how we can help small business grow, please feel free to reach out and contact me. And I won't be redundant and repeat myself, but I just want to say thank you very much. If you made it all the way through this short 10-minute video, I really appreciate you guys, and I hope you have a blessed day. And I hope that you put on those thinking caps and see whether you're a big seller or a small seller. Put on those thinking caps and see what you can do. And also keep in mind too that this is not for everybody. This is not for everybody. This is not the kind of business that everybody wants to do. But some of them are really struggling and really fighting, and they have a lot of promise. And I know that the groups can help in some way. I know we can come together in unity and collaborate, which is something you'll always hear me say. Competition happens at the bottom, collaboration happens at the top. Collaborate and grow together. Thank you very much, guys. Have a blessed day.